It's the HoopWise podcast from New England Basketball Journal. A comprehensive look at the basketball landscape in New England, tracking prospects, recruiting, college, and more, with your hosts, Steve Hewitt and Ethan Fuller.
Welcome back to another episode of the HoopWise podcast, part of New England Basketball Journal. I'm Ethan Fuller, joined as always by Steve Hewitt, but we got more of a packed house for this one. Four in studio today, and producer David Yaz is off camera. We're really excited for this episode. We've been wanting to get some more players on, with summer especially being a good time to get you guys because you have no school, but lifelong friends, teammates, I'm sure rivals too in some sense. Ryan Altman to my immediate left, and then Jay Jones, teammates at Rivers for a while, teammates on the Middlesex Magic, and now current teammates at Penn, two Division I college basketball players right here. We are really excited to have you both on. How are you two doing?
Good. Excited to be here. Thank you for having us, and looking forward to chatting.
Yeah, I feel good. Thanks.
Yeah, all right. And so I imagine if you've followed NEPSAC over the last couple of years, you've probably at least heard of these guys getting involved at Rivers with all the success that Rivers has had, and then Jay being at Cushing for his final year. But just to run the numbers for you, thank you, Steve, for doing this.
Thank Jacob from Rivers from helping me out with some stats here.
Jacob's great. In your 3 years together, we got a little 2015-16 Warriors pace here, 73-9. That's crazy. 3 Class B titles, 2 ISL championships, 40-5 in the ISL, 41-7 in Class B. Pretty unbelievable. And again, like both of you on a same college trajectory right now. Get things started kind of basic. What does summer look like for the two of you now that high school and prep school basketball is done? You're looking forward to Penn. I talked to Jade. You get a chance to relax right now.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of relaxing, but also getting some work and getting ready for college. It's good to see my friends and stuff, especially being at boarding school last year. It's good to be home, see my family. So it's been great. I really enjoyed it.
Is that the same for you?
Yeah, pretty much. Just hanging out, working out. Because as kind of D1 basketball players, this is your job. Training, lifting, all that, eating right. That's what we got to do. But at the same time, it's a balance. Hanging out with friends, just having a good summer.
Yeah.
Did you guys miss the AAU season at all in any sense?
Yeah, I would say
a little bit.
Yeah. You do miss it a little bit. You definitely romanticize it a little bit, though. You're you remember all the good parts, all the fun memories with your guys. So, yeah, definitely miss it.
Yeah, it was just weird, being in April, seeing UAA going on, just not being there. But yeah, definitely miss the memories and teammates.
Yeah, Steve said too. He told me this, that you guys were even at the NEPSAC showcase in June.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just to go and support the guys. Saw you guys on the bench at Babson.
Yep.
Yeah. Why was that important for you guys? Just to kind of maybe mentor the next group of guys coming in.
It all started with Jacob Warwick again.
Yeah.
Best assistant coach in the NEPSAC.
The MVP.
Stand on that. So he asked me, Jay, and Andrew to come back. Just help the guys out because it's a new group at Rivers this year. Not a lot of chemistry yet. So just seeing us there, just having friendly faces on the bench, guys they can look up to, they can ask questions to during the game. Meant a lot, and both Jacob and Coach Z were so grateful after that, so it meant a lot to come back.
Yeah. I mean, I had 2 teams to go back to,
and
I also had 2 great assistant coaches with Coach Fabian and Coach Warwick. So they both texted me coming back. So I went to go watch the Cushing versus Cats game, I think it was, and that was a good one. And then I went to go watch Rivers with these guys, and it was just great vibes the whole day. And it's also good to see dudes you played against, and you just get to catch up with them. And so it was great.
Yeah, that's fun. I guess kind of getting ready for Penn now. When do you guys go, and then also what is the final step of preparing to be a college athlete now?
I believe we go August 18th. I want to say move in the 19th, and then orientation that first week. But as far as final steps go, it's just I think you got to get ready for the college life. Yeah. You're gonna be really busy. You have the schedule. You got obviously practice, lifts, and then you have the academic sense. So just trying to know how to manage your time and the resources available to you is just really important to me right now.
Yeah, I agree with what he said. I feel like being at Cushing also has prepared me a little bit. Just being the boarding school life, being away from home, I feel like that's a really big adjustment that people don't really that people kind of take for granted. So I'm really excited.
We can get into more details about the decision to go to Penn later, but have you guys, obviously your teammates were soloing at Rivers and then had the the 1 year apart. Ryan obviously at Rivers, and you went to Cushing, Jay. What, like, have you guys thought about, like, soon you're going to be teammates again and at the college level, and like how cool that's going to be, like when you guys step foot on the same court again?
Yeah, I feel like since we've been teammates for so long, like even the year, it wasn't even like I was still like checking up on him, he was checking up on me, like talking about our season. So like I didn't even really feel like we weren't teammates. It was kind of just like I'm still excited to hoop him again, but we were still connected. So
yeah, completely.
Have you two ever? I was wondering this to Steve before. Have you two ever played against each other, like in any setting at all?
Well, like
a competitive.
I guess other than one-on-one in the gym or something. But
I don't think so. Even like all-star games,
they
always put us on the same team.
Yeah.
So it's funny. You got to talk to Slow about that.
Yeah, talk to Mike Slow.
Yes, we know Mike Slow. Yeah.
But I feel like we're always on the same team.
I thought there was going to be a Cushing Rivers game this season, but it didn't end up happening. A little bit of a
I don't know how that would. I don't know how that would. I don't know if that would have been.
We're not trying to get anyone in trouble here. But yeah, let's go back. Obviously, Rivers, amazing career together at Rivers. Let's maybe do some reminiscing about all the winning you guys did. Was it 73 wins?
73-9, yeah, crazy.
Warrior stuff. Obviously 3 championships, Class B, 2 ISL. What kind of sticks out memories wise? Like any favorite games, and are there any championships that meant more to you guys? Like what kind of sticks out in terms of memories on and off the court over those 3-4 years together?
Yeah, I would say specific games. I feel like the Milton games, just because there was a bunch of Magic kids, and I feel like those games were always so much fun, playing against my guys. And then like what really sticks out is like just the practices at Rivers. Like those practices were so much fun, just competing, like great vibes with Coach Warwick and Coach Z. Like it was just like great energy every day. Like I really miss those practices for sure.
Yeah, completely. A couple games that stick out to me. First, the TD Garden game last year, where we played Tabor. We were the 2 top teams in the ISL. Their whole school was there. Our whole school was there, and it's just awesome to play in the Garden.
Yeah.
And we snuck out that win at the end, and just awesome feeling.
Were you guys down like double digits in that game or something?
And we're also down double digits in this next game, the semifinal last year against Brooks.
Yep. I was there.
That one was a good one.
You know,
we
had like 15 points at the half, like down like 30 to 15, like everything's going wrong. We go to the locker room. Everyone's calm though. You know, Coach Z's calm. We're all calm because we all thought we were gonna win the game the whole time. Like no one faltered or anything. And then obviously we come back. JJ hits a couple threes, start us off. And I hit one, and then that last shot doesn't go in, and then we run into the fan zone. Everything goes crazy, and just that game was just insane.
Yeah, that was probably the best moment of our career.
It's crazy because that was the first game I had ever been to.
That's right.
before we even launched here.
Yes, that was crazy.
They had the gym packed too.
It was crazy.
It was like a home game for them. There, it was crazy.
It was wild.
I showed up early. I was like an hour early. It was my first prep game. Like I didn't know what to expect at all. I sat like right in the middle of the Rivers student section, not realizing that like that's where they'd be sitting, and like it was like 2 minutes into the game, like they all come storming in.
Yep. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I better move, I guess.
Because that day too, the hockey team was just playing at home.
Oh, okay.
So all the students they won, and then all the students came over. So it was just a really cool day on campus.
Yeah. Why do you think you guys went down so big in that? Was it overconfidence or anything? Like what did you think?
I don't want to sound overconfident, but I feel like we played those dudes so many times. Like we played Brooks like probably
all the time.
8 times in our career. So like we knew them, they knew us, and I feel like since we had beaten them so much, we were like early in the year we beat them by like 30. So we I think we did walk in like, oh, we're gonna take this game. But they had a lot of great players too. Like they had Alex Wilkins, they had a bunch of dudes. So it was like you can't really take those teams for granted. But
that was an incredible atmosphere.
Yeah, no, just hearing you all retell it, it's cool. And you both, from what I've gathered, hearing you talk and seeing you play and seeing Steve's coverage of you, is you both do a really good job of handling like on-court adversity over the course of single games or over the course of a season. And since you two have gotten to see each other like interact in the hard moments too, and you can kind of talk about each other, like what do you think the other person does well in handling adversity?
You know, again, I think I've played with Jay more than anyone ever. But just his like demeanor, you know, even if things aren't going well for him or something, he's always going to be the best teammate there is. He's always lifting guys up. He has energy. He's never going to show bad body language, you know. And just seeing that, like, makes me want to be better and makes me want to give energy and just makes me really excited to get out there and keep competing.
Yeah, I feel like with Ryan, like, one thing about him is, like, when things gets tough, like, he's going to take it up a notch and kind of, like, work even harder. So I feel like that that characteristic that he has, like, really brings that out of me, too, because it's, like, really want to compete with the dude.
Yeah, I love it.
This might not be a great memory depending on how you look at it looking back, but one game that I wanted to talk about is the game against AJ at Seb's in 2023. I think you guys played him twice.
Yep.
But the game in 2023, Jacob actually showed me the film of like how crazy that environment was, and both student sections in there, and it was one of the rare losses of your Rivers career. But what do you remember about that game? Obviously, both teams were stacked.
I remember them not missing a shot. That's what I remember. They didn't just have AJ. They had Trevor Mullen. They had Jalen Harrell.
Timmy.
Like, they had some hoopers. So
I think Timmy was coming off the bench too.
Yeah, he was.
Bro. They had
Jack
a squad.
Williams. He was like,
They had a squad. I just remember that game. I was really like, oh, we gotta lock down AJ like to win this game. But then Jalen Harrell had 30. I think Trevor Mullen at 25. Trevor Mullen was talking to our fan section. Like it was just bad vibes. But I feel like we really got stuck playing their game. I think just like they were really like run and gun, like not really like they played defense, but like they were really just trying to outscore you. And I feel like we got stuck in that game, like trying to outscore them when we should have just been playing our game, like getting defensive stops. And I feel like that's how they kind of just ran it up on us in the first half.
Yeah, I just remember that game. Like I was on my phone like an hour and a half before the game, and kids could not get in. Like the JV game, packed.
Yeah,
they had to stop letting people in. So I was just like, here's the atmosphere. But personally, so that was my sophomore year. I think that was like the first game where I realized, okay, like I can do this. You know, like here we go. Like we were matching up again. We were the two best teams in the ISL. Both of us hadn't lost yet, and then they just won like 19-0 run in 3 minutes, and it just wiped the game.
Yeah.
Because the second half, I mean, we outscored them 50-30. Like we just didn't have enough in the tank, and again, they didn't miss a three. Like,
Amir Lindsay got in foul trouble being our point guard, so it was tough.
And then
relied
Trevor,
on him.
Yeah, and Trevor was just killing.
Yeah, I think you told me last year that was like the game. I think I asked you, like, when did you think you could go D1?
Yeah, exactly.
That was the game.
It was that game. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was hooping that. I remember that.
I was watching the clip. You're a little smaller than that. It was only 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He wasn't dunking on
No.
me.
No, not yet. Not yet. Is it crazy to see, like, I don't know what you thought about AJ then, but like to see where he's gone from then to now, like,
even
is this what you kind of expected?
What was he, a freshman that year? And he was like hezzy pulling. I think he went like 4 for 5 from 3 that game. It's like 6'9". I'm like, bro.
Even when we were like the BU camps,
we played against him for a while, and like he was good when he was younger, but like he really took that step like when he was in like 8th grade, and like it was just like it was over.
Yeah. How cool is it for you guys too? Like even you talking about AJ and then playing Jalen Harrell too, and obviously you've played so many of these like future college stars in NEPSAC and future NBA prospects in NEPSAC. Like, do you have an appreciation for where New England basketball's at right now because you guys are from here and you've seen all the growth?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think New England basketball is as good as it's ever been. I think the players coming out of the region, all the teams on every circuit doing really well. It just makes me like really happy to see all these New England guys and teams thriving. You know, because the Hoopers up here are the best in the nation, if not one of the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's kind of a random one. Jacob inspired this question. So there are two 26-2 Rivers teams in 23 and 24.
Yeah.
Which team, if you put them in 2K or something, or if you were to put them on the court together, which one is going to win? I think the difference was Robbie instead of Jaden in the second year, but and obviously the roles changed with you guys, and you're older, but which team do you think comes out on top in that game?
This is no knock on Jaden. Jaden's a dog. Like he's my guy, but I feel like our 24 team would win just because like 4 out of the 5 players were older, stronger,
Yeah.
like smarter. We were more connected. I feel like Andrew Alexienko took a huge step. He was good as a sophomore when he came, but as a junior he was really killing. So I feel like that team just everybody improved.
I got to agree. I mean, I don't think last year we should have lost a game. Our only loss was to Brewster National on a buzzer beater dunk by Jacobson. Who's at Purdue now.
Yeah.
And then to St. George's, who was also loaded, but it's just the worst game we played all year.
Yeah.
Like, I think we should have went 28-0.
Yeah.
But that team was just different, you know, like the way we practiced, the way we watched film, and our chemistry together was something you don't see in high school.
Yeah. What else can you kind of just say about your time at Rivers, all the winning you did? Like, what are those, now that you're going off to Penn, like how much you cherish those years and playing for Coach Z and like just the culture you guys built together. Obviously, there were winners before you too, but to kind of carry the torch too at Rivers, and now looking back, like what does it just mean to you to have those years?
It means everything.
Yeah.
You know, so when I first got there in 8th grade, you know, Coach Z was like, all right, we're just going to throw you into it. Like, you're going to be on the team. Like, here we go. Like, you're practicing. And I think that's where I learned my competitive edge. Because, like, at practice, I would be getting killed. Like, I remember my first day of trials, Cam Tung, I went to Santa Clara. He dunked on me, threw the ball at me, and I'm like, all right, here we go.
This is real
you
life.
know, and then Max Poulton's running around, and Jaden, like, all these older guys I'm looking up to. But just the process of working your way up to then eventually becoming the leader, and just having Coach Z and Jacob and Mitri by your side, you know, they've taught me just as much about how to be a good person as a good basketball player. So, you know, my time at Rivers is something I will cherish the rest of my life, and all the relationships I made.
Yeah, I would say, like, just playing with all those dudes, like, all those good players, like, just learning how to win, really. That's really what I took. Like, you might have a game where you got 6 points, like, but you made a big stop, or you got, like, a big charge, and, like, those plays really matter for those games, and, like, just being able to be happy with winning, and, like, no matter what. I feel like that you really take, like, everybody's going to have their different games. Like, I feel like every game, like, somebody else was going off when we were playing. And, like, somebody was kind of mad because they had, like, 6 points. And it's like, you can't really be worried about that. And I feel like we really, like, early in the season, we vocalized that and talked about it. And, like, that really changed, like, our demeanor as a team. And we really, I feel like that's why we were so successful.
How helpful is it to have that mindset developed when you now go to college? And, like, especially as freshmen, your role is probably not going to be that large. And you're only going to have these, like, very set minutes when you can make an impact. But to have that mentality already established, like, how helpful is that?
Yeah, I feel like, especially playing for Middlesex Magic and, like, Coach Crotty, like, you get that too, just because you're playing with so many. Like, we had 10 Division I dudes on our team. Like, you got, like, 5 minutes to make an impact, and then you're coming out, and, like, you can't be stuck on, like, those 5 minutes. You got to go in for the next one and the next one and the next one. So I think this, like, being able to have that mentality going into college, like, it's really good, just because, like, that's what it's going to be like.
Yeah, completely. Again, go back to Middlesex. I think something Crotty was, like, really big on was, like, all right, like, what else can you do besides score, you know? Because we got a lot of dudes. Everyone here can go for 20 in a different game. So, like, if it's not you that day, what else are you going to do? Are you going to be a great teammate on the bench? Or are you going to be, like, showing bad body language and upset that's not you? You know, and I think those things carry to college really well. Because how many guys in college go for 20 a game?
Not many.
Not many at all, you know? So, like, it's not high school, it's not AU anymore. So, like, what else can you do? You know, make a big defensive play, get a rebound, get a stop, get a charge, like Jay was saying. All that stuff, when that will carry over to college, I think that will serve you really well.
Yeah. Jay, you obviously you went on to Cushing this past season, and successful season, even though I know you didn't get to the ultimate goal of AA or the national championship, but still won NABL, won regular season at Cushing. Was that season, like, all you, like, for you individually, was that kind of what you were looking for in terms of the development and playing for James and Fabian there? Like, that's an incredible program that they put together.
Those dudes over there are great. Like, Coach Fabian, Coach Cormier. Coach Cormier's dad was in the mix too. Those dudes are great. My teammates were awesome. Like, playing with those guys is so much fun. And I feel like the boarding school, like, you really get, like I feel like I've known those dudes my whole life after this season. And it was definitely what I wanted for it, just kind of getting stronger, like, getting better with the ball in my hands, like, getting better playing against more athletic guys. Like, I feel like I got a lot out of that year.
And you played with probably the best point guard in New England.
Yeah, that dude's different. that dude is different.
Yeah.
I've played with a lot of good point guards, too. He's nice.
Unbelievable. Both of you come from, like, basketball families. right? Obviously, your dad's a coach at BU, and your uncle's at Yale, and your sister played at Bowdoin, right?
Yep.
Ryan, your mom and dad played at Trinity?
Yep.
Or just your mom?
Correct.
Okay. And your sister played at Trinity, right? All right. I got it all right. How did that kind of shape you guys and just being in part of basketball your whole life, and obviously being in the gym for you, Jay, with your dad all the time? And how did that shape maybe your understanding of what it would take to get to the next level, or just your love for basketball? Like, what were those moments like growing up?
Yeah, I would say like just going to the practices with my dad, like, and my dad's chilled out a little bit these days, but back when I was younger, he was really intense. So just going to those practices, seeing how he gets everything out of his team and stuff, and it really did carry over for me, for sure.
Yeah, just growing up, so I'm the youngest. I have an older brother who played basketball throughout high school too.
Yeah.
My older sister played, obviously, both my parents. So I'm just around the game, and whenever I see my older siblings doing something, I want to do it, So, and then just playing them every day, like outside in the backyard, shooting, like just the competitive games. Like the games didn't end unless someone was in tears,
Dang. Let's go.
Gee, okay.
But I think that's the important part,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
no one's letting someone win, and it taught me how to be a competitor at an early age. So just growing up around that was just something I'm really grateful for.
Yeah.
This is my one BU specific question for Jay, and it's not. I won't ask about your dad, just because I don't know. For people who didn't know, I went to BU, and that was my student.
Oh, we
beat.
know.
Good. Okay. I covered the teams as a student. It was fun. But your dad would let me go to a lot of the practices, and so I would see a lot of. I was like Javante McCoy and Suk Matone and Max Mahoney, and I was like
Legends.
Were you able to get close with any of the players growing up, and how helpful was that for you?
Yo, those were like my guys, like growing up. I don't know how much they were boys with me, but I felt like I was boys with them. Like Javante, Walter White.
Oh, yeah,
was a big,
yep.
like that was probably
Walter,
the closest guy I was. Like he would like babysit me and stuff when I was younger, and like we still talk today. And like all those dudes are really cool. Like Suk was there too. Suk was good. Like Max Mahoney was really good. Like just watching all those dudes was great. And like I watching those practices, I definitely felt like I was boys with them.
Yeah,
like
awesome.
Jonas Harper too.
Oh
yeah.
Jonas is funny.
Jonas and Walter were like my dudes. Like,
Yeah.
I love watching
Yeah.
those guys.
Now, sorry, I'll get us back on track a little bit. I had to satisfy that. Shifting to Penn, we've talked a lot about all the different NEPSAC connections at this point. You're going to have more at Penn with TJ Power and Peyton Kamen. How well do you know those two, first of all, and just generally also, like, how excited are you to also have that connection with some of the players coming in?
We've probably been in the gym together a couple times, but like personally, we don't have like that connection yet. But I mean, yesterday was Peyton's birthday. I texted him, like, he's like a good guy. I mean, I saw his amazing season at Worcester.
Yeah.
And TJ too. Remember when I was younger, I'd see him at the ZG stuff, just killing, with BBC or Worcester Academy. So I'm really excited to get to play with him and then learn from him as a guy who's been in college basketball for 2 years and all the tips and tricks he's got. So I'm excited to get to work with him.
Yeah, I think the only time I've met TJ or like talked to TJ was I was at a Shot for Life All-Star game when I was a sophomore.
Yeah.
He was a senior, and just like that was probably the only time I've ever ran into him. But yeah, I've seen all the clips. I've seen him play. Like, he's nice, so I'm excited to play with him. Then Peyton, like I played Peyton twice this year. He's a dog killer. He can score at all three levels, so I'm excited to play with him as well. Like, I don't really know him that well personally, but from what I've heard, he seems like a good kid, and I'm excited to make that connection with him.
Yeah.
Crazy about his recruitment and what it took for him to.
Once
to get to Penn.
I saw that post to committed to Penn, I was like, let's go.
Yeah,
that's a great get.
Yeah. He scored like 28 a game.
Yeah. We were following it like all winter.
I did a couple stories on it.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, it's just kind of a product of college basketball now with the transfer portal and just craziness. But the decision to go to Penn, first of all, like, you guys have been friends your whole life, obviously. Was that? I think I've talked to Ryan about this, but like, was that ever a thought with you? Like, when was it like a realistic thing that you might go to the same school? Was this like on purpose in a way? Like, what I'm sure you made your own individual decisions on what would be best for you individually, but how much more sweeter does it make it that you guys are going together?
Well, I remember, so he got the Penn offer first,
Right.
and he got that, and I was super happy for him, and he was like really interested in it, and I was like, yeah, that's fire. Like, I would be interested in that too. And then I think that like winter I got it too, And I was like, bro, like I was like, I think I'm just gonna commit. Like that place, I took a visit. I was like, the place is awesome, blah blah blah. And then I committed, and then immediately I'm pushing up on him, trying to get him to come with me. And he seemed like he really liked it too. Then he took a visit, and like it was all said and done.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be more excited because we're rooming together, like everything. So it's like
it does make it a lot. Yeah, it makes it a lot smoother.
Yeah.
And you guys have been. I've talked to Ryan about this, about the roommate situation. You guys have been roommates with the Magic and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
we know how each other are. We're good.
It should be seamless, right?
Yeah.
Describe the other as a roommate. Like what's the best and maybe worst part of rooming with
Air it
you?
out.
we're just both like kind of similar. Like, you know, like you shower, then I can go. It's like we stay in our own lane. You know, it's like we're not leaving our clothes everywhere. Like we just know how to like live. Like,
No, I was gonna say, like, I think we can just kind of like we're very like social outside of the room, and I feel like when we get to the room, it's like, all right, like
Some
we'll say
like,
a couple words.
Yeah,
and it's like,
we don't just gotta be chatting. You can go on your phone. I'll go on my phone. Like, we're good.
We're chilling, but yeah. So I'm excited. I think we should be good.
Are one of you the cook of the apartment, or
Stop.
no? Not yet. What? Obviously, there was a coaching change this past season, and you'll be going to play for Fran McCaffery, who's obviously a legendary coach from his Iowa days, and now at Penn. What have those conversations been like with him, and how excited are you to play for him? Like, he's a legendary figure in this in the sport.
He's been awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and all the phone calls and the text messages, just always reaching out. You know, I'm just really looking forward to getting to play for this man. And just obviously he's a legendary coach. Everything he's accomplished, getting to learn from him and the rest of the staff, Coach Moore, Coach Luber, Coach Spurlock. Like I really can't wait to learn from these guys.
Yeah, all those. I've talked to most of them, and I just think all of them have the same kind of mindset. Like they're kind of trying to instill confidence in their guys and in us. And I think like that can go a long way. And I'm really excited to learn from those dudes, especially Coach McCaffery.
Yeah, definitely. For both of you, you both kind of talked about developing confidence there and coming up in basketball families. What helped you kind of learn to be confident when I imagine like on some different levels there is pressure of like having different family members who have gone through the sport and been successful in the sport. What helped you individually become confident as players?
I think for me it was kind of the support system I had, especially from my parents. You know, because they would show up to every game. You know, I feel so incredibly lucky to have two loving parents who would always be there for me and, you know, love me no matter what at the end of the day. And once I knew, like, I had that, like, I feel like I couldn't lose, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So then that just gave me all the confidence in the world to just go out and play my game and just, you know, have fun playing basketball.
Yeah, I got to agree with that. And then also just kind of my dad being a coach, kind of that instilled more of a drive in me just because I was like, all right, like, I really want to be great. And, like, I feel like just like I guess it was a little bit of pressure, but I also felt like it did help me with my confidence just because it was like I want to like kind of prove to him that like I can do this and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
that's cool.
I remember when we talked last year, just like he kind of let you love it for yourself. He didn't want to like push it on you or anything. Was that like how did the love for basketball kind of evolve for you growing up with him in the household?
Yeah, he was great with that. I like you see like everybody knows like the stereotypical dad that's like pushing their kids to like go into sports, but he was always great with that. He was like, if you want to do this, you can. If you don't want to do this, I'll still love you the same. And I think like even today, like nowadays he does kind of get on me a little bit more, but like he's never been like, oh, like we got to go to the gym, we got to do this, we got to do that. Like I'll text him like, yo, can you come work me out? Can you do this? And like he's really good at that. And like if I have a bad game, he lays off unless I like go in and talk to him. So he's really good with that.
Yeah. Are you excited to play against your uncle?
I'm super excited. I've been talking to him about that for a year now. Just like super excited to play him. That's gonna be a really fun game.
When are those games? Is the schedule out for Ivy League?
I don't think
Not
it's
yet.
out
Not yet.
I'm gonna have that one circled for sure.
Yeah.
I think I only have a couple more questions. Steve wrote this down, so I'm going to ask it, but you can blame Steve for this. Who wins one-on-one?
I don't think
When
we
we were playing,
I don't think
no,
even
no.
like growing up, I don't think we were like we
never
would play
played.
like 5-on-5 and it would turn into 1-on-1 a little bit, but I don't think we ever like really played 1-on-1. So I don't like we can put on our like if you guys got a court, we can.
We did not have a court, unfortunately.
That's
but
next
yeah,
season.
I don't think we even really know.
Yeah. What's one part of the other's game that, like, maybe, I don't know, you're jealous of, or like what would you? Is there another part of like each other's game that you would? Like,
his
want
ability to
want for
shoot the
your own?
basketball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his balance. I wish I could dunk like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you have a favorite dunk of Ryan's?
Favorite dunk of probably when he finishes my oop. Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Fair. Yeah. I even see like you had a couple 20 rebound games, I think, this year.
Yeah.
Those are
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had some insane stat lines this year.
Yeah, that St. Seb's one.
Yeah.
That's because it was coming off. We just lost to Govs, and I didn't have my best game, so I needed to have a bounce back game.
Yeah.
I saw that in my Cushing dorm and I was laughing out loud. I was like, "Yo, there's no way."
Of course he did. Was that a triple double too, or close?
One
Were you one
assist
assist?
short. Should have had it.
Yeah.
though.
What happened there? Did Robbie miss a 3-pointer or something?
Yeah, he definitely did.
Do you have a favorite dunk of yours in your career? Or is any stick out? You've had a million of them.
Let me try to think. Favorite one? Probably actually like my sophomore year when I first caught one. It was I think Jaden threw me like a go-ahead pass, and we're playing there, and this kid just tried to jump, and I boomed it, and it was an and one, and he fell down and everything, and our whole student section was there, and that was just cool because that was like the first time I'd done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What else we got for him?
I think that's most of it. Hold on. There was one question.
We went through this quick.
Yeah. Great answers, you guys. I think my last one, not to get too like wholesome and sappy, but like you two, again, you've known each other. Steve wrote down since kindergarten.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
where, as you've watched each of you grow up, where are you most impressed by each other as far as just like what kind of person you become? Like off court, it can be leadership. Like you have a better perspective than almost anyone. So
Yeah. I think I'm just impressed with the way Jay has handled everything. You know, obviously being the son of a coach and the nephew of a coach, you know, puts pressure no matter what to go be great. And, you know, the way he just handles that every day and doesn't let that affect him and just has that love for basketball himself and the way he works so hard. He's always in the gym. He's always shooting. He's always lifting. Just seeing that, you know, I think it was really impressive and something that I love it about Jay.
Yeah, I would say Ryan's leadership has always been great. Like I've been on teams with him my whole life, like we've said, and we've kind of always been like the dudes to like kind of tell people. And I feel like just seeing him like set an example for people has been great. Like even off the court, like just being a great guy, and just off the court talking to everyone, being nice to everyone. I remember like middle school, he won like the kindness award, like it was like just stuff like that. I'm impressed with just seeing him how great of a guy he is.
Yeah. What kind of goals do you have at Penn? Have you set kind of goals for yourselves, or like as a duo, or whatever? Like what?
I mean,
what are you hoping to accomplish?
Definitely March Madness.
I
Like,
feel like that's top of the
that's
list.
a dream,
Like
right?
in our 4 years, win the Ivy League. You know, go to March Madness. And, you know, just keep it going. Like we
just winning games.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really, I feel like that's what we really
just-
pushing
It's
for.
what you know best, right?
Exactly, and then just giving everything I got, you know, each day, and just coming in with a good attitude and being a great teammate, and then hopefully win a lot of games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know personally being able to say I beat my uncle more times than he did. So,
Okay.
it's definitely one.
yeah, that's been brewing. Dang. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. I might have to make a trip to Yale for that, or down to Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys get to play at the Palestra. I've never been at the Palestra.
And we get to play at the Sixers arena for a couple
Yep.
games.
Do you?
Wells
Big
Fargo.
Five, yeah, that's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
That's gonna be
fire.
fun.
It's gonna be
Dang.
It's amazing.
fire.
Yeah.
Sweet. Anything else, Steve? I think we hit
I
it.
think that's good.
Yeah, great job, you guys. I know
Yeah, thanks for having
before we
us.
started, you said first podcast appearance. You crushed it. So
Appreciate it.
nicely done. But yeah, thanks. This was a really fun conversation. Appreciate producer David Yaz for setting us up. For Steve Hewitt, for Jay Jones and Ryan Altman, I'm Ethan Fuller. Thank you so much. Enjoy your summer. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.